What's going on, guys? Devil's Advocate Boxing. The video I put out entitled Mayweather's Next 4 Opponents, Most Probable Opponents. I understand that the audio got messed up towards the end of the video when I was talking about a couple things, so I'm just going to go over them one more time in this video. Quick recap. I think his first opponent that makes the most sense is Danny Swift Garcia. The second opponent would probably be the Alexander Khan winner. The third opponent would be someone like Keith Thurman, in my opinion. And the fourth opponent, and this is probably where the video started getting a little choppy, or it got hard to hear, is Manny Pacquiao. I think that Floyd Mayweather will give us the Manny Pacquiao fight. I think that, he's already got guaranteed paydays. So right now, I think he actually is thinking a little bit about legacy. And, Manny Pacquiao is the only guy where if Floyd Mayweather retired tomorrow, you'd still have a large amount of people that would say, well, he didn't fight Pacquiao, or he could have fought Pacquiao, and then you still have a small group of people that say that Pacquiao would beat him, or that Pacquiao would have beat him, or, however you want to call it. So, in my opinion, I think that if Pacquiao is still relevant, and, it's Floyd Mayweather's last fight ever, who knows, if he is undefeated at the end of this contract, he may still continue to fight. But let's just pretend that, his fourth fight from now is his last ever fight. I could see him giving us the Pacquiao fight, especially since right now Pacquiao is more desperate than ever. If he wants to cash out, he knows that Floyd Mayweather will be his biggest payday. He's not gonna get anything close to what he would get fighting Floyd Mayweather, fighting anybody else. So, he's taking random blood tests for the Brandon Rios fight, so that shouldn't be an issue anymore. And like I said, he's desperate. He's coming off of 2 losses, and if Floyd Mayweather's thinking about legacy, I think he knows that people will talk about him and Pacquiao forever if it never happens. So I think Floyd Mayweather will give us that fight regardless of the circumstances. Also, besides the 4 opponents, I also wanted to add in 2 wild cards. 2 fights that would be big fights in my opinion, but they don't have the biggest chance of happening. The first wild card I want to throw in there is Sergio Maravilla Martinez. I want to start off by saying I think that that's an easy fight for Floyd. Call me crazy, I really don't care. Sergio Martinez is on an obvious decline. I don't think anyone can deny that. He's gotten knocked down in his past, 5 fights. A lot of people want to call him a slick fighter, and I mean, he has good movement. Some of his traits you could consider slick, I guess, but he's the type of guy where if you hit him with a punch, he's not going to adjust. You're going to be able to hit him with that punch all night long. I mean, Martin Murray was hitting him with the same 1-2 almost the entire fight, and I just think against a guy that is as smart as Floyd Mayweather, it's not going to be a tough fight for him. I think, if I was Floyd Mayweather Jr., especially for legacy, the legacy aspect of it, I would fight Sergio Martinez at 160 and take his lineal title. I would take all his belts at 160 and probably just vacate. That would be a huge pay-per-view fight. Sergio Martinez has been calling him out for a while. And, you know, Sergio Martinez, he's been saying that he's willing to go down to 154 in order to fight Floyd Mayweather. I think that would be a terrible move on his part. He's about Canelo's size. Actually, I think he's a little bit heavier than Canelo. And, you know, I know that a 23-year-old Canelo is killing himself to get down to 154, so you can imagine the hell that a 38-year-old Sergio Martinez would have to go through to get to 154. You know, if they fight at junior middleweight, that fight would be even easier, and I could even see a late round stoppage by Floyd Mayweather Jr. But, anyways, the next wild card that I'm going to throw in there is Adrian the Problem Broner. I know that these guys consider themselves quote-unquote brothers, and Broner looks up to Floyd, but these are both grown-ass men, and, you know, both two guys with pretty big egos, you know what I mean? So, I mean, all it takes is for them to get into a little fight, or, you know, maybe they spar each other, and Broner, being his cocky self, maybe he gets the best of Floyd Mayweather for a couple rounds, and maybe he gets cocky and confident and thinks he could beat Floyd and starts talking shit. You know, we already know that he's already taken little pokes at Floyd, saying stuff like, I don't want to be the guy to give Floyd his first loss, and blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, all it takes is for the two big egos to collide, and that fight is no longer impossible. That fight could very well happen. What would happen in that fight? I think right now, Floyd Mayweather's just too good for him. It would still be interesting. I know a lot of you guys, after watching the Paulie Malignaggi fight, want to write Broner off, but I'm telling you right now, Broner fought that fight with, basically with something to prove. He just wanted to walk through Paulie and, you know, show him zero respect. And it didn't work out for him as well as he had planned. Broner is still a future superstar, I guarantee you guys that. You know, the biggest knock that people have on Adrian Broner is the fact that they say he has bad footwork and he has slow feet. That's bullshit. I'm telling you right now, that's bullshit. I've seen him use very high-level footwork. Shout out to Barry Robinson, A Million Styles Boxing. He showed a clip of Floyd Mayweather doing a lead left hook while pivoting, basically turning his opponent. I think it was against Arturo Gatti. And I'll tell you right now, if you don't believe me, go ahead and try it if you understand what I'm talking about. That is extremely hard. Okay? Extremely hard. And I've seen Broner do it multiple times. I've seen Broner bounce in and out very quickly. I've seen him avoid punches with his feet at times. And like I said, it only takes me seeing someone do something a couple times to know that they have the ability to do it. So, I mean, I know that if Broner has to use his footwork, he will. And I think that, no, I don't think, I know that he has fast feet. I know it. I guarantee you he does. I'm not just putting blind faith into that. I mean, you could see shades of it in some of his past fights. And some people might say, oh, it's because of the opponents that he fought, but footwork is footwork. I mean, if you have the ability to use high-level footwork, then that's That's all there really is to it. And I know he has fast feet, so it's not like he's slow on his feet. It's just that I think he prefers to walk people down or to have someone come into him because he's a counterpuncher. Um, but besides that, he's got good defense. Fuck what the haters say. Yes, he does have good defense. He's got quick hands. He can adjust in there. He shows different looks. And, you know, if this is a couple fights from now, and I'm going to say this again, if Floyd gets a little bit older, that fight could be competitive. It would be interesting to see Floyd fight someone that uses the same type of defense he does and is just as fast as he is. Not to mention Broner's got some decent power, and the kid's only going to get better. So, yeah, it's pretty much it. I just wanted to elaborate a little bit and basically fill you guys in on the audio that got hard to hear or whatever. Anyways, I'm on to the next one.